Good morning, everybody. You're listening to Thursday Morning Lineup here on 98.5 WNUW with your host, Noah, and co-host, Owen. How are you doing, Owen?
I'm doing well. It's a beautiful Thursday morning, and it's warm out there.
Warm's an understatement. I woke up about, I want to say 30 minutes ago, and when I stepped outside, I was like, oh my God, it's getting hot, guys. It's getting hot here in Aston, Pennsylvania. But I'm honestly all for it because I think I'd rather be hot than cold. What do you think?
Difficult for me to tell. I think I'd rather be cold than hot, though. I usually deal with I'm usually able to deal with the cold pretty well. When you're hot, you can't cool off.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's difficult to cool off.
That's fair. Fair enough.
When you're cold, though, it can be a little easier to warm up. You can just keep packing layers on.
It's nice to know that the buildings are slowly starting to cool off in here, though, because yesterday it was brutal.
Yeah, the buildings on second floor Bachman, the building of Bachman, and the rooms on the second floor, especially, are very, very warm. I got all my classes up there, and it's, oh my gosh, it's ridiculous. You'd think that they would turn off the heat and all that now that the weather's getting nice, but we'll have to see.
You would think, but it's time to bring back Thursday morning lineup fashion with.
Oh, yeah. Da, da, da.
Anyways,
that's what I'm talking about.
We're going to talk about the NFL yet again here on this show. Owen, you said you had something you wanted to bring back from last week because you have updated news.
I want to keep talking about Dianna Russini.
Let's do it. What do you have to say?
Well, a lot of people have seen the photos that came out of her and Patriots head coach Mike Vrabel, but I've just been reading this article about how she had to resign.
She had to resign.
And there's nothing happening to Vrabel. And people are kind of getting mad about that. They're saying there's a double standard or whatever. And, I'm thinking to myself, are we serious, bro? She's a reporter. It's just like the one rule. It's the one thing you're not supposed to do.
The one thing is don't.
Like, he's a coach. He can do literally whatever he wants.
Well, yeah.
We've seen them do that throughout history.
Yeah, coaches and players.
It's not written in the coach's Bible that you have to not stay away from reporters.
Yeah.
But it's written in the reporter's Bible that you can't go near coaches and players.
Well, you can. Well, unless you're doing only reporting. Otherwise.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, Stephen A. Smith went on a little.
I'm sure.
So Stephen A. Smith went on a little thing, and he didn't necessarily go after Russini as much.
Mm-hmm.
He was more so appalled at the situation.
Yeah.
It was Skip. It was Skip Bayless that went after her a little bit. And he was like, I've seen some female reporters cross the line a number of times, whether that be with the player, with the coach. You buddy up to them, and you try and get close so you can get access to certain secrets and whatnot. And he says, he's never crossed the line.
Sure.
And his journalistic integrity is still intact, but he has seen many others do it, and the situation didn't surprise Skip Bayless. Honestly, bro, I'm not surprised either.
Yeah.
Like, especially with all those rumors coming out about A.J. Brown, I'm not surprised. But I just wanted to ask you, who do you think is more at fault here? And is it messed up that she had to resign, or is that perfectly normal?
I feel like for what happened, her resigning makes it really seem like something did actually happen, or else she probably wouldn't have resigned. But I think this falls on both of them, obviously. You both have to stay professional, obviously. There's clearly there's a more strict ruling in the NFL, like being a coach or a player in the NFL versus being an NFL reporter. There's clearly some gray area there, but honestly, I think they're both at fault because, like, professionalism. It's professionalism at the end of the day. So, I think it's on both of them, honestly.
Yeah, it does say that she's actually going to quit before her contract expires in June. And it's interesting because her quote is, "I refuse to lend it further oxygen or to let it define me or my career." And so she stops her career?
Yeah.
I don't know. It seems like, and then in the article it says, journalists are supposed to avoid even the appearance of a conflict.
Yeah.
Which I've been learning in a couple media courses. You're not supposed to get involved in anything like this.
No.
I would be scared to even cover this, right?
Yeah.
Because imagine you're trying to get a job at, say, The Athletic, which is the gold standard in the future. So, Yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot right there. Is there a double standard for Vrabel and Russini? No, I don't think so, because she literally broke the one rule she wasn't supposed to. That said, should she resign? Absolutely, she should. It is what it is. Vrabel being
NFL coach,
an NFL coach, and being somewhat unfaithful. If that's what's going on here, if he's cheating on his wife with Russini, well, that's just horrible. Don't get me wrong. That's terrible.
Yeah.
But, that's the name of the game, unfortunately.
It's his life. He can do what he wants with it.
Well,
I mean, there is that, but at the same
there is that, but also, yeah, I didn't want to say that, but yeah, it is kind of the name of the game. It's kind of,
yeah.
There's a lot of dirty stuff going on in these top leagues.
Well, yeah, but like I said, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter if you're a coach, a player.
Oh yeah.
It doesn't matter what you do. You're gonna be, you're not gonna be punished because that's just how the NFL works.
Yeah, you're pretty well protected. You are pretty well protected.
I do think though that this is just hilarious. But why the Patriots have enough publicity as it is with other aspects of their team in trouble, but what's one more story, right?
The Patriots could use this little boost. I mean, they already had a pretty good year. They have some talent.
Yeah.
Vrabel seems to have them headed in the right direction. But this is a nice little media boost for them.
Romeo Doubs is their new wide receiver 1, correct? I think it's Doubs.
I'm not sure if Romeo Doubs is the guy that they got. Let's see.
I want to say it was Doubs.
Yeah, it is him.
Yeah. Mega Mind himself is the top target for Drake May. I'm assuming they're going to go after receivers in the draft, right?
We'll have to see. They gave it a B+ grade. ESPN gave that a B+ grade.
Well, Dobbs did well in the Packers offense where they just kind of throw the ball to everybody. But if you look at what the Packers wide receiver core is now, I think it's like Christian Watson, and then it's like Jaden Reed and Michael Golden. Which, if they can all stay healthy, that's a solid 1-2-3 punch right there.
Kayshon Boutte had a pretty good year last year too.
The Booty man. Forgot about him.
He may actually end up getting a even more increased reps. But we'll see, man. We're still waiting for Travion Henderson to break out.
Yeah. We'll see where
they have Tommy DeVito behind Drake May now.
Really?
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's
funny.
One thing that just hit my mind. Sticking to I was going to talk about fantasy because Kayshon Boutte would be a really good mid-round probably pickup next year, considering how consistent he was, and I don't think a lot of people remembered who he was and what he did. So I know probably you and me will be jumping on that next year. But with the wide receiver / corner Travis Hunter, I kind of wanted to get into a little bit about how what are we expecting fantasy-wise out of him, because technically he will be put as a receiver for the most part, but he was top 4 pick last year for some people. So what are we thinking is the new game plan for Travis Hunter?
Well, Travis Hunter I think he was the 2nd overall pick to Jacksonville. Very, very high up.
Yes.
And they're saying they want him just a corner. So it's going to be stay away from Travis Hunter kind of deal.
Yeah.
Unless you're playing a defensive position in one of your leagues, which...
Even then.
I'm in a dynasty, so I do have a couple defensive slots.
Did you have Travis Hunter in that dynasty?
No, I need to figure out what's going on with this because I just joined it and I'm not good at
just draft rookies. Just draft Fernando Mendoza. It'll be fine.
You got to get guys before other guys, and I'm not good at that. I see things and I try and make moves for them, but somebody else always has them. So it's
okay.
Yeah, I know, but I got to do some more research about who I should be drafting, who I should picking up. I'm definitely staying away from Hunter this year, though. That's 100%.
Have to. I mean, if they're going to put him primarily at corner after one season in the NFL. Although Travis Hunter, I think I saw something online where he did come out and say that he wants to play receiver still and ignore all the thing that you're hearing about him being primarily a corner. But I mean, yeah, at the same time, it's just move away. Just move away at this point because obviously we've seen it's very hard to play both positions in the NFL. And now they're like, well, we have so much depth in Jacksonville that we're just going to throw you in corner. Sorry, hate to say it, but so yeah, definitely stay away from Travis Hunter. Yeah. I don't. Let's cut to a quick break and get our minds together. We both kind of woke. Well, at least I woke up kind of late. So let's.
Dude, I was trying to get into the bathroom to brush the teeth, wash the face, do all that good stuff, and put a little bit of something in my hair so that when the headphones squish it down, it still comes back up after. But we're not supposed to leak method. I'm trying to get into the restroom, and my suite mate, unfortunately, is in the showie. So I was set back like 20 minutes, bro. I was trying to get in. I didn't want to knock because I knocked like last week and the week before on Thursday. And it's like, bro, this guy's got a pretty strict shower schedule at this moment in time, it seems. He seems like he's hopping in there like 8:45, 8:50, and he's taking a sweet old time.
Yeah.
So I may have to wake up earlier for next Thursday in order to prepare and get in ahead of the sweet mate.
All right.
Let's go on a short break here.
When we come back, we're going to talk about the Commanders' new uniforms. We'll elaborate on that a little bit. I sent you a post about first-round trade projections, and I have a little something about the Cowboys that have been shared amongst these trade rumors. And then we're going to talk about some free agency things. The Eagles did get someone, so stay tuned. We will be right back here on 98.5 WNUW. And we are back here on 98.5 WNUW. A little bit of Fetty Wap for you guys. Kind of a vibe change from last week. We went really chill with last week. This week we're staying with the hip-hop theme. But something uniform-wise throughout the NFL that we're going to talk about is the Washington Commanders. I feel like they have new uniforms every year. I feel like they come out with a new thread every season. But I think that this season is the best one.
Yeah, they're rocking with the spear motif. They're bringing something back from the old days. Who used to throw spears?
Yeah.
May I ask you that question?
Well, they're trying to get themes from the Redskins.
Who used to throw spears? Do you know what people in history?
Probably, but I don't want to get it wrong, so you tell me.
Well, I'm just saying, just exactly what you said. Yeah. The Native Americans.
Yeah, they're going back to the
so
old.
They're kind of. It wasn't a trick question. It was kind of like
I just had to make sure. All right.
The motif. They're paying homage to the former name, which was named, the Redskins, which was, named after. That's like the highest level of warrior that you could achieve.
Yep.
And they would paint their skin red, and unfortunately, as colonizers made their way across the West, the Midwest, they started to use the term in a derogatory way.
Yep.
And, because these were the people that they were going after, because these were the strongest, most powerful chiefs.
Yeah.
I mean, if you didn't kill them, they were going to kill you.
Yeah.
Protect their tribe.
Yeah.
And so eventually that term did kind of adopt a not so positive connotation. But it did start out as a pretty badass term.
Yep.
But so they have since changed it from Redskins to Commanders.
Yep.
But they took the logo away. That's the thing, is the logo paid homage to a Blackfoot chief.
Uh-huh.
And it was like chosen.
Yep.
There was a little council, and it was chosen by former Native American people. They were like, you know what? Yeah, this is cool. This represents us. And they took that away. So the name, I understand. But the logo, it's like,
come on.
So at least they're bringing the spear back.
To
kind of.
Yeah, to try and make up for it. I think a lot of people, when they did remove the name, actually wanted it to stay. Like I know the companies were the reason that they switched it.
Yeah, they were like, we got to be
what
woke.
was FedEx Field is no longer FedEx Field for a reason. They had to find another partner to sponsor their football field, and now it's like that was the reason they switched it. They were losing money, so they had no choice, regardless of what the fans thought. But anyways, I love these black uniforms, dude. Like, I always love a good blackout uniform, and with the Commanders' colors, that burgundy and gold with the black, it's perfect. For the helmet, if you guys haven't seen, it's the regular Commanders logo, but it just has a spear right through it, and it is really cool because it's on both sides, and the spear kind of points toward the head, like toward the face, and it looks sick. It actually looks really sick.
Yeah, the black ones are definitely really nice. That's the alternate jersey, so I think they're mostly going to be in the whites and the reds this year. But excuse me, oof, little burp almost crept up on me right there. The evolution from Redskins era to Commander era is definitely it's an interesting one. It's an interesting evolution.
Yeah,
And we're all here for it. We're watching the new Hail Razor uniform. That's what they're calling the black one. So
nice. Yeah, so they're definitely, you can tell by the colorways how they're looking, like the way that the colors are on the jersey and the pants. You can definitely tell they're slowly starting to creep back to the throwback of the Redskins, and I'm all for it because those uniforms back then were awesome to see. But
yeah,
again,
they have 3 different colored. I didn't know that NFL teams did this. So when they're wearing the primary, the white, they can either wear the red pants, the white pants, or the yellow pants.
Yeah.
And same thing with the red. With the black, they only wear the black pants. But yeah, that is interesting.
Yeah. So look out for that this NFL season. I can't wait to see how they look on camera because obviously the photos are going to make them look better, but we'll see how they actually look when they're on the field. But I'm assuming that's not going to change much. One thing, we're going to segue. One thing I wanted to talk about with you. I sent you a NFL post that said 2026 first round trade projections. Now, I don't think the trade I wanted to rant about or wanted to talk about is on here, so I'll say about it real quick. There are rumors throughout the NFL that the Dallas Cowboys might trade up in this draft at some point for either Sonny Styles or the edge rusher. I can't remember his name off the top of my head. But, yeah, so the big one was I saw something that said that they are going to trade for Sonny Styles. See, I'm all for this, but I don't know what it's going to take to give up to get Sonny Styles, especially that high in the draft, which probably means we'd have to give up both the first rounds this year. And do you think that's worth it?
From a Cowboys perspective, if you have to give up both of your first rounders, I would say no. I think you guys need the help on the defensive side. Yeah, I think Sonny Styles is really, really good, but this is a more so defensive draft, and so and I think I said that. Did I say that last year too? I don't remember. Huh?
I don't know.
But this year, I mean, we have our top prospects in place, and outside of Jeremiah Love, they really are, ends and linebackers.
Yeah.
So I think that as good as Styles is, there's some legendary players on that Ohio State defense. Obviously, you could probably pick something else up should he go before you're able to get him.
The issue is
our
first pick is pick 12.
Yeah, that's
amount
kind of early.
It's early, but I don't think it's early enough for the better Ohio State defensive players to not get picked up in the time. However, we'll see. But there are rumors about it. I think if we trade up a couple spots for maybe a pick swap and maybe like a second rounder next year, I think I'd be genuinely okay with that.
Pick swap action?
Pick swap, like 12 for whoever's sooner, and then we add like a second rounder or something on top of it like next year because I don't think we have a second rounder this year. But I think I'd be perfectly okay with that because we're not giving up too much. Second round is kind of huge, but at the end of the day, I think the first rounder is obviously the more important pick. So being able to get up sooner and just lock in Sonny, I think it's possible as long as we don't give up too much for him. You know what I mean? Because again, at the end of the day, it's a rookie. He could fall off the face of the earth. So we will see. But I'm going to read through some of these. So this is off of NFL. The NFL has said that, like off the NFL website, they post this on Instagram. They believe that the Cardinals and the Chiefs are going to make a trade for the Cardinals are going to receive 2 first-round picks, both of the Chiefs' first-round picks. The Chiefs will receive a first-rounder, the third overall pick, and a fourth-rounder later in the draft because they are projected to take David Bailey or Arvell Reese with that third pick. They think the Chiefs are going to trade up and take one of those 2 players.
That would be horrible.
That would be horrible. Moving on, this is with the Jets and the Dolphins. They believe that the Jets are going to trade back for the 11th pick to take Tennessee corner Jermod McCoy, while the Dolphins receive the first rounder, the 16th pick, and the 103rd pick later in the draft, and a 2027 fourth. Do you think? I mean, is there really a point for the Jets to trade back?
No, they should not. They should take Arvell Reese or Bailey.
I'm starting to think that this is like really stupid. Because the next one is between the Cowboys and the Ravens, where they think we're going to trade our first rounder this year and a fourth rounder next year. A fourth rounder this year for George Pickens. Like, I don't understand why people think we're going to trade Pickens. He's not going anywhere, guys. He is going nowhere. We are going to extend him at some point. Like, we would be completely idiotic to do that. There's no reason for us to make that trade.
Eagles moving back? I don't know.
Yeah. Like
that's the only slightly realistic one on here if we move back 3 spots.
Yeah. So Philly's going to move back 3 spots, and the Buffalo's going to trade up to Philly's pick so they can take a receiver, which kind of makes sense here, honestly. But we'll see. They got another Cardinals trade. Good God. They think they're going to trade all the way back to 28 and take Ty Simpson.
It looks that way. I mean, look, I think with the situation that you're still talking about Arizona, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think with the situation with Kyler Murray, he definitely could have had a nice MLB career, but this is the path that he's chosen.
Yep.
The Cardinals rode with him. They stuck with him through thick and thin.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't necessarily get him all the best players, but that's okay. He did his best.
Yeah.
It's time to move on. It's time to move on for sure. If they get a
Definitely.
quarterback in this draft, if they trade up for one, or if they take one late when nobody's expecting it, I wouldn't be that surprised. The Cardinals have a lot of problems, and they start at the quarterback position.
Yeah, totally. I mean, I get it. But you think Ty Simpson, I think Ty Simpson, low-key, makes it past the first round. It's very possible.
It's tough to tell, man, because teams like Arizona exist. It's tough to tell.
Yeah, but do they have 2 first-rounders? Because I thought they only had 1, and it was that third overall pick.
Well, in this trade proposition, though, this is what you're saying. Like, hypothetically, they would pick up another one. That's what it's saying, right?
Yeah.
Yes, that's what I was.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of chaos here in this. Yeah, like they're saying Dallas could trade up for David Bailey. I don't.
I like the Madden 27 cover that you sent me.
Oh, my God, yeah. The meme pages always make Madden 27 covers, and one of them is the one of J.J. McCarthy and that meme with his face in the locker room.
Yeah, when he's locked into 9.
Yeah, when he switched over to 9 and then 9 forgot how to play football. But some of the other ones are really funny too, but I can't really describe them on the air.
Sure you can, dude. Probably just not the Puka one.
Yeah. But it's all good. So yeah, those are trade. Do you have any ideas? Do you think teams are going to trade up, trade down, trade for players?
Madden 27 Infidelity Edition. It's just those two hugging on that balcony.
Oh my God, it's so good.
Yeah, I mean, I think that there are a couple teams that could benefit from trades. The Arizona one definitely sticks out of those couple that you sent me. But a lot of teams like to wait until they're on the clock, bro.
Yeah.
They wait until draft night, until they're on the clock, and then they start making phone calls, and then they don't wait until the last 10 seconds to get the pick in. They take as much time as they can.
Yeah. Well, they have less time now. They shortened the first round from 10 minutes to 8 minutes in an act to shorten the first round because it starts at like 5 and ends at like 12.
Doesn't mean anything. What they should shorten is the commercials.
And stop the analysts from like talking too much. Because I feel like what they need to do is like
Mel Kiper, you're a fraud.
Yeah.
I played more football than Mel Kiper, and I didn't play football.
Yeah. But yeah, so like they always are talking, and then like with the draft itself, every time like the big graphic on the screen that says the pick is in, it takes about like 5 minutes after that happens
Yeah, like is the pick really in?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know unless they're like printing it out and all this stuff, and then here comes the commish to get booed by the entire crowd because apparently that's just a staple throughout the NFL now. It's just to boo Goodell. It's pretty funny, honestly. The draft is coming. Is it next week? Is the draft next week? Is it on next Friday?
Could be. Give me one sec.
But yeah, so we will see what happens. We'll see if any big players get traded. I mean, obviously, Max Crosby, that was a big conversation. Who knows if someone will make a quick grab for him? Yeah.
Week from today.
People will make a quick grab at him. Maybe Myles Garrett. I don't know. I'm just spitting out big names. A.J. Brown's another big name that could be traded. Especially
that would be hilarious
on draft night.
Yeah.
Which actually kind of fits well because the Eagles recently have made a trade, not with A.J. Brown, but wide receiver Dontavian Wicks was traded to the Eagles and signed a 1-year, $12.5 million extension with Philly. What are your thoughts on this trade, and do you think that this means that AJ could be out the door soon?
I don't think it necessarily means much for AJ. I'm glad that we upgraded Jahan Dotson.
Yeah.
You know, we got a guy that's bigger, stronger, better hands. So I'm super happy with that. He's reunited with his old OC, with Sean Mannion. You know, Mannion got Wicks involved quite a bit a couple seasons ago.
Yeah.
And he had some big games. He had some real pop games. So I think that he can have some of them for the Eagles. Erupt for like a 2-touchdown game here and there. And honestly, I've stopped thinking about AJ.
Yeah.
As an Eagles fan, it's easier to focus on the things that are positive, the things that are going to do well for the team.
Yeah.
Because there's always a lot of false media, false reports, people trying to tear the Eagles down, people talking crap about Eagles fans.
Yeah.
All that stuff is always going to be there. But what I can control as a fan is looking for the positives, looking for how he's doing that's actually going to work out.
Yeah.
You know, a guy like A.J. Brown trying to be a diva is just like, it gets boring after a while. You know what I mean? It really does. Whether Wicks takes his spot or not, Smitty's the guy.
Yeah.
Smitty is our guy. We love Smitty.
Philly loves Smitty, dude.
So
he's not going anywhere.
as long as he's there, we're happy.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I think this is a great signing in general. Dontavian Wicks was he? He was behind Romeo Doubs, and I think he filled that role pretty well, considering how much that Packers offense loves to just kind of throw the ball to everybody. So, yeah, I like it, honestly. Are there any quick question before we go to another quick break and wrap this show up? Do you think, this will kind of lead in, and we'll go right into the break, actually, after this. Are there any NFL teams this year that could surprise you, or do we think that are some we'll talk about some NFL teams that may or may not live up to their expectations. So stay right there. We have Young Thug coming up for you guys here on 98.5 WNUW LP Aston. Stay tuned. That is Uzi here on 98.5 WNUW, and we're back, and you're listening to Thursday Morning Lineup here on 98.5 WNUW every Thursday morning at 9:30. Real quick, listen to the Philly Thing every Friday from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. to listen and talk Philly sports. Join Jonah and Caden every Friday from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. on 98.5 WNUW. Now, Owen, this is a weird part in the NFL season. I talked about this off the air, where like nothing really is kind of going on. There's a couple stories floating around here and there, but there's not too much to talk about. But the draft is in 1 week from today, which means the season will officially kick off after it. So, would you like to give our way too early expectations from different teams across the NFL?
Yeah, you know what? I can do that.
Let's start with the AFC. Now,
well, if we head over to the AFC, it'll probably be easiest to go by division.
Yep.
You know, in the AFC East, we have the Patriots and the Bills are led by two quarterbacks that are two of the best quarterbacks in the league, two top 10, top 8 probably quarterbacks. Some would say top 5. And I think after last year with New England winning, I think Josh Allen's coming out for some revenge.
Okay.
I think it's going to be a tight division. I think New England's going to see a little bit of regression. 14-3 is a big-time record. It's hard to uphold that standard.
Yeah.
I like Buffalo to win that division, but I like the Jets to shock some people. They're not going to get 3 wins next year. They'll finish ahead of Miami.
Really?
I think they'll finish ahead of Miami next year.
Miami with Malik Willis.
Dude, Miami is cooked. I
Yeah.
mean, they're paying so many people. They should basically be paying me with all the people that they're paying that aren't on their team anymore. Yeah. And you would think at this point in time, Miami would be ready to make some kind of a move.
No.
Besides getting rid of Waddle in order to open up some space, and they really haven't done so. So yeah. I think I'd like the Jets to surprise some people in that division. In the AFC North, I think it's gonna. Holy cow! The Pittsburgh Steelers won that division last year. I needed a quick refresher. Yeah, seriously. I'm gonna go with Baltimore.
Anyone had that?
I like Baltimore coming out of that division.
Okay, yeah.
Joe Burrow's gonna be playing unreal. He'll probably get to 10 wins, but I think Baltimore's gonna have a more successful year in that division. In the AFC South, we had the Jaguars getting to 13 wins last year.
They're not going to do that
winning
again.
That division. I think that they're probably going to regress a little bit. I think both the Texans and the Colts could have finished ahead of them. If the Titans do get Jeremiah Love, they might get one more win, but they're still going to finish last in that division.
The Titans have a long way to go.
I like what the Colts did in the offseason. I think restructuring Jones is great.
Yeah.
Paying what's it called? White Boy Pierce is definitely a decision.
Yeah.
But that's what they decided to do.
We'll see if they draft receivers.
That Texans defense is just so darn good.
Oh my God.
It's hard to vote.
It's the only reason they have 12 wins. This is the only reason they get between 10 and 12 is because of the defense.
Points against, they're below 300. I'm looking. Do we have another team in the AFC below 300? No, we do not.
Well, I was going to say
the least amount of points in the AFC.
Well, I was going to say that the Texans defense is just unbelievable, and they saved the poor quarterback play that C.J. Stroud has had ever since his rookie season. So, the Texans are a weird team, man. Well, we'll see what happens. AFC West.
Also, one more thing on the Titans. They had the most points outside of the Jets had 200 on them. The Tennessee Titans had 194 on the point differential. So really, really poor there. Really, really poor.
Did the Titans draft Ty Simpson?
478 points against. I don't know. Cam Ward is a talent, but that's a good question. I think that they have to go with Jeremiah Love if he's there.
Yeah.
In the AFC West, this is a fun division. This division's packed.
Yeah.
We have 3 great quarterbacks, and then we have a new stud coming into the league, partnering up with a great young running back. I think this division is going to finish exactly how it finished last year. Denver, L.A., Kansas City, Las Vegas. I'm sticking to it. I think they may have more wins. Maybe Denver drops to 13 or 12 wins, but and the Chargers also get to 12.
Yeah.
Maybe they flip-flop with Denver, but I think that the Chiefs are firmly at 3rd, and the Raiders are firmly in last.
Well,
however, I am scared of that Breece Hall.
The question is, obviously, the Breece Hall move is huge.
I'm still scared about that, dude.
It's up to whether or not the Chargers O-line can stay healthy again. Because arguably, they have the best tackle duo in the NFL. One of the best tackle duos in the NFL. But neither of them played. So, if they can play, I think that this Chargers team can be really.
No, who did they get?
Well, they had Joe Alt.
No, who did the Chiefs get?
The Chiefs got Breece Hall.
They did?
Yes, it's confirmed. They have Breece Hall. We talked about this a couple weeks ago. They have Breece Hall at running back now, so that's fun. We called it, remember? The Chiefs have Breece Hall, and they're very scary. And then they re-signed Travis.
They 100% got him?
Yes. Wait. Is it? Oh, my God. Now you're making me second-guess myself. Thanks, Owen.
I don't know.
Chiefs running. Kenneth Walker. There it is.
Yeah. I was gonna say. We saw news about it.
No.
But I said it out loud, and I'm like the Breece Hall thing, and I'm like,
no, Breece Hall is still stuck in New York.
He's still a Jet, right?
Yeah, he's still stuck in New York.
Posting that stuff on Twitter about how he. Yeah, that's what it was.
Kenneth Walker.
They got who's even better, bro. So that's kind of worrying. Yeah.
Wow. We're casuals over here.
And honestly, teams that could surprise us over there, I think the Jets are going to shock some people. There's no way the Bengals get 6 wins again.
No, they'll
they could put up a fight against Baltimore to win that division, I think.
I think if the Bengals draft proper O-line, they can definitely fight for that division.
For sure. So I think those two teams, just because they were so gosh darn bad.
Yeah.
Some of these other divisions, like the AFC South, it's probably going to look similar. The West, it's probably going to look similar.
Yeah.
But
the East is going to look similar.
It is what it is. Go ahead.
Within the West, I honestly, looking at these 3 teams and what they have all done this offseason and what they could do in the draft, I could see all 4 of these teams making the playoffs. I genuinely think that Vegas could probably sneak in a 7th seed.
Nah.
I see it. I don't know.
That's ballsy. That's ballsy.
You can see it though. I'm not saying it's going to happen. I'm saying you could see it though.
I cannot see it.
You don't think Vegas is going to surprise some people?
They have to play the Chiefs twice, the Chargers twice, and the Broncos twice.
You think that's 6 losses?
I think it's at least 4.
Okay.
I don't know. I mean, it's at least 4, probably 5.
You telling me you don't see the Raiders possibly going 9-8 and sneaking in?
Bro, definitely not.
What's their schedule?
The Raiders cap at 7 wins this year.
I mean, either way, it's an improvement, and I think they're heading in the right direction for sure.
Yeah, they cap at maybe 8.
Okay.
But that's a difficult spot for them to be in.
All right, whatever.
As they're rebuilding, they find themselves in the toughest division in the AFC.
What were you going to say earlier?
I was going to say, let's move it to the NFC.
Let's go for it.
Yeah, let's move it to the NFC. We'll save the NFC East. In the NFC North, we had the Bears finishing atop that division last year. Very, very packed division, right? Yeah. Packers are good. Vikings are good. Lions are good. These are all teams that want to play.
I don't know about the Vikings anymore.
Bro, hey, listen. Yeah, the Vikings
we'll see what Kyler does.
They're probably finishing last in that division, but I don't think the Bears are winning it next year.
Who you got?
I don't. I got Green Bay. It's surprising. It's surprising for a lot of people, but I think that the Packers are due. Jordan Love isn't. He's not in that tier of serious quarterback yet, but that defense is very good.
Yeah.
Green Bay's a complete
They
team.
don't have Parsons for like the first few games though. They're not going to have him for like the first half of the season.
Yeah, what's the deal with that guy and his injuries, man? Can't stay healthy all of a
sudden. I don't know, man, but I'm glad that now
it's not your problem.
Yeah, it's not our problem anymore. Yeah. So in the end, honestly, Jerry might have done something good for once.
I like the Packers atop that division. I think the Bears are still going to be good. It'll probably be one of them too. I don't know that the Lions necessarily have what they used to have.
Yeah.
But
their defense got worse.
Their defense did get a little worse, which is not good.
It's just whether or not their offense can keep up with their poor defense. But I do see Chicago in a possible wild card spot, if not winning the division again. Again, it depends how they draft. Because, I mean, Chicago is a very all-around team, honestly. So, I mean, their coach is really, really good. So, I think that alone is enough to get you in the playoffs. It's just whether or not they can pull through and win the division again.
That's true. Ben Johnson is a mastermind. He's a football mastermind.
Yeah.
In the NFC South, it was nobody with a 500 record who won the division.
I feel like it was
a three-way tie at 8 and 9 with the Panthers, Buccaneers, and Falcons, and then way at the bottom is the Saints.
Yeah.
I don't have any idea what's going to happen here. I guess I'll just say the Bucs. The Panthers are the most fun team out of the bunch. The Falcons have a lot of talent, but in all honesty, for me, I think the Buccaneers are going to take the NFC South.
Yeah, it's a safe bet.
The Falcons are going to surprise some people.
Yep.
If the Falcons are behind them and they grab a wild card spot or something, that defense was a lot of fun last year.
For sure.
So a lot of people like to say, "Oh, the Panthers are so young and Bryce Young and they have all this talent and they're paying these guys big money on the defensive side of the ball. Secondary stacked." Well, you can say a lot of those same things for the Falcons.
Yeah.
Great secondary,
young,
fast linebacker core,
young offense,
good front four, and obviously a very young offense led by Bijan Robinson. Just a freak show.
Yeah.
So I think the Falcons are going to shock a lot of people. I think if they sneak a wild card spot, they could do some damage next year. We move to the NFC West. Holy packed.
Yeah.
It's going to look like it did last year.
Yep.
We got Seahawks, we got Rams, we got Niners, we got Cardinals. The Niners made so many moves. I got to give it to them. I think the Niners are going to sneak a win out in this division. I think it's going to be them, then Seattle, then Los Angeles, who see some slight regression. I think they go from 12 wins down to 10.
Really?
And Arizona is staying right where they are, bro.
Why do you think that? The Rams just stacked out their secondary with more Kansas City Chiefs corners. Trent McDuffie.
Puka Nacua is going to be fighting a case for much of this year. You know, he said some things you're not supposed to. So I think that's gonna throw off the chemistry with him and Stafford a little bit. If he's not able to have his guy, then that could be extremely frustrating for him.
The Rams front four is disgusting. Their secondary just got even better. I think defensively I could honestly see every single one of these teams finishing with 12 or more wins again.
Yeah,
It's just the question is of what order.
They all are that talented. That's for sure. The Seahawks, just top to bottom, are ridiculous. They're primed for.
But they don't have K9.
They're primed for a repeat in that division and possibly, a back-to-back run to the Super Bowl. That's how effortless it looked. But I'm going with my gut, dude. The Niners made all those moves.
Yeah.
I know that they can never stay healthy, but I think they'll find a way to get to 13 wins and win that division.
I do think that Seattle takes a slight regression with losing K9. I think they go from 14 to probably 12-11. I do see the 49ers winning the division.
Well, that defense, though, bro.
I know. Their defense is gross.
That's the thing. All three of these defenses are so good.
I know. The only issue with Seattle is the consistency on the offensive side, which is what we think the issue might be with the Rams this season as well. Regardless how stacked their defense is, if you don't score, you don't win. So we don't know what Seattle's run game is going to compel of next season. Charbonnet coming off an injury, whoever their backup is, we haven't seen many reps out of him. It's just
Holani.
Yeah, we haven't seen many reps out of him. Sam Darnold, he played well. He was still inconsistent at times. He's still kind of Sam Darnold a little bit. Granted, he's been playing out of his mind the last 2 years in compared to the season that he had up until that point. But it's just whether or not they can, if Seattle's defense can stay consistent, they're going to repeat. If they are flaky here and there, we're going to see a little bit of struggle. So it's just up to the offense.
I'd love to see what Cam Newton calls Sam Darnold. Because he's always calling all these guys game managers. He's not calling them real quick QBs. Yeah. Supposedly they just manage a game plan. They're the leader.
Yeah.
They're the guy that gets the ball from point A to point B. They're not doing real QB things. Those all sound like QB things.
Yeah.
Those all sound like things that an elite quarterback does when they're doing it at the highest level.
Mm-hmm.
I'm curious to see what he says about Sam Darnold.
Yeah.
Because for Cam Newton, Jalen Hurts has been a game manager. Super Bowl champion, Jalen Hurts has been a game manager, surprisingly. So I'd like to see what Cam Newton thinks of Sam Darnold.
Well, if you think about it, game managers are probably the best quarterbacks to have because they just do the simple things right and they move the ball.
Who would you rather have?
I would rather
Jalen Hurts or a Josh Allen. That is what the question is becoming because Josh Allen makes the silly decision and he makes it game in and game out.
Yeah. With
the game on the line, year in, year out. It's just like week to week with this guy.
Yeah.
What's he going to do? Oh, the supporting cast. How much longer is it going to be the supporting cast?
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, Buffalo's offense is quite literally him and James Cook. They still haven't found that receiver yet, honestly. Keon Coleman was kind of in and out of the depth chart. Khalil Shakir, we were very high on, and then he kind of just stayed mediocre. Their tight end room is it's consistent, but it's not great. So I can see the argument for what you were saying about Josh Allen, about what the media says about Josh Allen, but at the end of the day, they still haven't found their guy at the receiving core. But I don't know. We'll move back to the NFC. Let's talk about our division, the NFC East.
Yeah, for real.
This is going to be something, honestly.
We have the Eagles and the Cowboys and the Commanders and the Giants. That's how it finished last year. Newsflash, it's exactly how it's going to finish again this year.
All right, whatever.
Yeah, the Eagles are finishing atop that division. They're getting more than 11 wins. They'll get to 12 next year. Last year was
With the regression on your defensive side, you think?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Last year but you're forgetting something. The offense is going to remember how to play football again. We got 11 wins with the ugliest offense in football.
Yeah.
More third downs than anybody else. Less successful on third down than anybody else. More 4-and-outs than any other team, and an average of halfway through the season, it was at it was an average of like 3rd and 8.5 or something. We were averaging the longest third downs, which was kind of annoying. But we're going to get over that hill. We're going to deal with that differently this year. Saquon's going to do his thing. No longer on the Madden cover. No longer with the curse.
Okay.
Jalen Hurts, call him any name that you want. Game manager. Fairy, right? A lot of he's
uncoachable.
He's not serious. Yeah, uncoached. Yeah.
The list keeps going.
Yeah. What do you do when your quarterback is really young, surrounded by good players, and has led his team to 2 Super Bowls already. You call him uncoachable, right? That's what you do. Because that makes sense if you're in the NFL media, because screw the Eagles, right?
Someone's a little passionate there.
It doesn't make any sense, but I got the Eagles at the top of the division. I got the Cowboys right below them. I think you'll get more than 7 wins this year, but I don't think you'll get more than the Eagles. Commanders in 3rd place. 5-12 seems like a respectful spot for them. You like to think Jaden Daniels is going to bolster that offense up.
Yeah.
Healthy Jaden Daniels is going to lead those guys. They
haven't re-signed Debo, by the way.
Still haven't, and they may have some new talent added to the roster in the draft because their picks kind of up there this year. I think 6 or 7, I think.
Yeah.
And then the Giants in last place.
You think?
Bro, they might get less than 4 wins.
Really? With all the moves they've made.
I'm sick and tired of this. Every year the Giants make new moves. Every year. Oh, the Giants got this guy. They got this. Oh, what about that defense? That front 4, that front 7. They always have talented guys on that front 7. What about this edge that gets sacks? Bro, you got 4 wins. You got 4 wins last year.
Because they were hurt, though.
You're going to get 4 wins
Their
again
entire offense just, they died.
Oh, well.
I'm just saying.
Oh, well. There's nothing about this team that frightens me. There's nothing about this team that frightens me. You think Cam Scatterbo is going to stay healthy for 17 games? Honestly, look me in the face and tell me you think Cam Scatterbo is going to be healthy and play all 17 games.
I think if they manage him properly and they don't just run him through a wall every game, I think that he has a chance. I don't think he will. But I do think that
Jackson Dart's out there running around like he's Steve Young. I mean, you think that his body is made of rubber and his head is made of steel. The way he moves, he's just like Cam Scatterbo. He puts his head down.
And they also lost Neighbors. Neighbors was a huge asset to their team last year.
Neighbors is gross. Yeah.
Neighbors is really top 10 talented wide receivers in the NFL, probably
top 5. Yeah.
Talent wise, and he was out for almost the whole season. I don't know, man. I think the Giants can go past the Commanders. I still think it's obviously Cowboys, Eagles, 1-2 in no particular order. I think we're going to be fighting for that 1 spot again next year. But I do think that this might be a year for a Giants 7 wins.
Yeah, since 2017, they have 1 season over 7 wins.
I think that this year could be a possible year. Granted, they have a lot of drama with Dexter Lawrence with that going on.
Yeah, bro, I was going to tell you, they were looking for a way to try and get this guy, Dexter. They were trying to get him
out of there or stay
extended.
Really?
They wanted to negotiate his contract.
Well, yeah.
And basically, very early on in the negotiation, he was like, "No, get me out of here." So Dexter Lawrence is going to be on the move, confirmed. So that's a big movement right there.
That shakes up a lot of things with the Giants.
That's a big movement right there.
But
losing that
at the same time, I understand that the thing about the NFL is being healthy, and the healthiest teams are going to be the most successful teams. But we haven't seen what this Giants offense can do fully healthy yet. Theo Johnson, rookie tight end, he showed out last year. He could be a new target for Jackson Dart next season. Isaiah Likely coming to New York from Baltimore.
Can help with the red zone woes. Yeah.
So but at the same time, their new coach, John Harbaugh. The Giants already struggled when they had a lead and choking games.
Yeah.
John Harbaugh in Baltimore last year was the king of doing it.
He blew multiple fourth quarter
He was the guy. If you wanted a coach to blow a lead, it was John Harbaugh. So we'll see. I still think that the Giants move past the Commanders. But I genuinely think that this NFC East will probably shock a couple people. But at the same time, the NFC East could fall off the face of the earth. Now, with Dallas, it all comes down to the draft. If we can draft our defense properly, I'm staring at the camera for a reason here. There is no way that our offense will regress next year. There's no way it can.
Maybe Javonte is going to be as good.
I don't see why not.
That was our really good year, though.
It was 1,200 yards.
Yeah, I think it was closer to 14. But let me see.
But our O-line is getting stronger. They're getting older. The Great Wall of Tyler is getting older. Yeah. Tyler Smith, Tyler Guyton, Tyler Booker. They are all still on. Well, Guyton might be on his 5th-year option soon. But either way, they're less than 5 years into the league. And Tyler Booker played up fantastic last year. Tyler Smith is one of the best guards in the NFL. He's
only 12, yeah.
Tyler Smith is one of the best guards in the NFL. You can fight me on that if you want. And Tyler Guyton has been learning, and he has been getting only better by the season. The only weak point on our O-line right now is our right tackle, and that's Steele, but I'm sure he'll figure it out somehow. Anyways, Pickens, CD, Dak, Ferguson, Javonte, stacked O-line, our offense should not go anywhere. It's all up to our defense, because the only reason that we went 7-9-1 last year was because our defense gave up about 40 points a game, and our offense couldn't score 40 points a game. It just comes down to the draft. If we can draft properly and the pieces work together, we did lose Osa. That kind of hurt us a little bit, but he wasn't a scheme fit, so we'll see what happens with Quinn Williams and Kenny Clark. And then, obviously, Rashad Gary coming. We still have the DN from Boston College. I'm blanking on his name for some reason.
Is that Roku?
Yes. So he's coming back for his second season. Kind of a lackluster first season, but we'll see what happens. Anyways, I think that the Cowboys give your Eagles a little more run for your money than you're giving credit. But
they obviously play them hard. When we play the Cowboys,
we usually split.
They play us hard, and you guys usually have the fair share of the ref calls. Something different happened last year, though. I mean, the Eagles were getting the calls in that game.
Yeah.
The first one I'm talking about, when Carter spit on Dak. The Eagles were actually getting the calls.
Yeah.
So that was interesting to see. That was like the only game that the Eagles got ref help in all year. Like they helped us win that.
It was the first one.
Yeah, they helped us win that, and then that was that afterwards. It was just
yeah.
It was ugly after that, man. We were getting torched.
Yeah.
But yeah, we do usually split. That's going to be fun playing the Cowboys next year. For your team's sake, I hope that you can draft some guys that can help you out moving forward, but I mean, losing Dexter Lawrence is good for both of us.
Yeah,
so.
for sure.
That guy leaving New York is going to be good.
Yeah, but we'll see what happens. The draft comes up next week. Next week. What do we give our final? Well, next week we'll give our final mock draft before the draft starts that night. So stay tuned for that. That'll wrap up this episode. We've ran out of time. We've actually gone over time, but who cares? It's NFL talk. We love talking about the NFL here on Thursday morning lineup. Here on 98.5 WNUW. Have a great day, everyone.